Hey, Key Bros, what do you say? What do you know? This Keith DiPiazza coming at you. And today's topic is a Nord 6, Electro 6D. Okay, and we're going to talk about this puppy. Here, let me join my seat here. Um, I got this yesterday from a buddy of mine. He bought it, and basically he just didn't like it. So he brought it over here. I told him I wanted to do a video on it, and he said, "Keep it." And he says, "Be my service tech for the next year. And you could have it." So by trade, I do HVAC, and I know computers pretty good, and so I'll help him out. Um, Now let's get to talking on this thing. First of all, excuse the little hum. My power amp crapped out on me that I use in the studio. I have another one, but it's just too much of a pain in the ass to dig it out. So I had this jukebox amplifier, and I just wired it up as a temporary power amp. And but it's got a hum to it. I gotta check out some caps on that. But anyway, um, okay, this is the Nord Electro 6. Okay, D. And first of all, let's talk about the construction of it. It's metal. This is a magnet, as you can tell. It's all metal, and it's fairly light. It's built very well. All right. The action is really springy. Okay. If I had to describe it, for those of you who played some Casios, it's got a Casio feel to it, like the XWP one. It's got that feel. My buddy has the '88. What is that? It's the PX5 or something like that. It's white. It has a black spot on it, and it's got a blue stripe going down it. It's a pretty popular keyboard. Very nice board, but it's got that springy action to it. Okay. Another thing, I went to plug a regular sustain pedal into it, and it did not work. And so, after a little pulling around, I found out um, what I did was I took a ring tip sleeve and I wired it. I wired two of the wires onto a regular quarter inch. So it needs a stereo input into the back of the keyboard, but you can come out just with a regular quarter inch. All my sustain pedals have quarter inch in. That way, if the cord ever goes bad, all I got to do is just change the cord out. Um, but basically, ring, tip, sleeve, and it's kind of weird because the tip wires to a regular tip, and the sleeve wires to the sleeve, but for some reason it needs that broken point. So it's kind of strange. But after figuring that out, I got the sustain pedal. All right, and so I got that all figured out. And I'm using another pedal, just a regular foot switch pedal, to turn the Leslie on and off. All right. Um, I This is pretty much an out of the box demo. I watched a couple YouTube demos just to help me get around on it. And oh, another thing, cosmetically, um, my eyesight's horrible. Okay, so everything's real small. All right, so like if you really need to go around, I got to put my bifocals on and to really see how everything works on this thing. It's laid out pretty cool, and through my time messing around with it, it's the same thing as the Roland VR 760. It's basically three keyboards in one: organ, piano, and synths. And the only thing is, when you're in synth mode, you have like 250 programs you can go into. The VR 760 don't have that many programs, but Um, they're the VR. I have to say the VR is my baby. Now we'll get into the workings of this thing. I'm gonna play. This is the best grand piano I found on it. Okay, it's really cool. It's fun. The grands really don't blow me away. It's got some DX7 sounds in it. Well, here we'll scroll through them. Um, Wait a minute. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing here. Okay, the way it's set up is you have a master volume, volume for the organ, volume for the piano, volume for the synth. Same thing the way the VR 760 is set up. All right. Then you have scroll knob here for the piano and scroll knob here for the synth. And so here's piano. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of white electrical tape right here and mark this piano, and one here is synth because my eyesight. So it's got some really cool things on it. Damn it. Nice Wurlitzer. More Wurlitzer. Damn it. Now, the way they have you could take your effects and you could assign it to. Now, let's see. We got this cloud going on, so we're gonna go over the effects bank and let's see if I remember this correctly. If you hit this button, okay. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna assign it to a. Let's try flange. So it's pretty cool how you could move around your effects units, and if you want to kill it, just hit the source button, and you. So, so there you go. You got all different types of pianos here, and okay, the pianos are okay. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close out the piano here, and then we're going to go into the organ. So now you got your percussion, second and third. Percussion on and off. Fast. And as you can tell, I got reverb. I can kill the reverb. And you got different presets here, and you could do edits and stuff on it. Oh, it's got the vibrato set up. There's with the reverb on it. And I guess if you go over to effects, you can let's look for distortion, and I don't see it. Alrighty, and maybe it's over here. Aha, they left something out when they copied the VR. Okay, I don't see anything to give you. Oh, wait. One thing cool here, I see this. says B3 bass, but it don't sound much like B3 bass to me. Okay. Where did I find that at? So I don't see any distortion on this. It's gotta be. Unless it's in the amps, which is over here. There we go. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. It's got some pipe organs too on it. Take the distortion off. Okay, so the organs are pretty cool. So we'll close the get out of the organ. I'll put this back on B3. Now, so far, compared to the VR 760, I like the pianos better on the VR. The organ's going to win out on the VR too, in my opinion. I'm an old school guy. I have a B3 sitting right over here, and I'm going to do another video with the Nord and the VR and the B3. I'm going to have them all together. Then we're going to use the B3 as reference, and you guys can make up your own mind what you like for organ. Now, before I move on to the synth section, I'm gonna talk about the easeability. This one's pretty easy to get around on. I watched about 5 videos on YouTube on how to do things on it, and due to my I only have like one brain cell left, and I was able to retain a lot of information. Now you can do a lot of things with the shift button, and by holding other things, and you can get around. But also the display is also set up for all 3 parts, which is nice. I like that. I give kudos to the Nord for that. You have, it says live B1, but right here at the top you have B3, Then here in the middle, it says Velvet Grand, which is what's set up. And then on the bottom, it tells what's set up in the synth section. So you, at a glance, you could see what all three are. All right. Another thing I don't like about the Nord, this is your master volume, this is your organ volume. They should probably put your master volume somewhere over here. All right. That's just a little bitch of mine. So you can get around this thing pretty easy. There's a lot of other things I gotta know. I'm gonna learn how to do. Layering and splits and stuff. Now you can split this up to 6 times. All right, if what I heard in the video is correct, you can do six split points. Another thing, I think this is 72 or 73 key, where my VR 760 is a 76, which it's longer. And I can have that lower C on an octave here. So I mean, if you need to get it, then you're gonna have to shift octaves. And so I think if you're gonna go from a 61 to mid range, you might as well just make the keyboard a 76. You know what I mean? That's another bitch of mine. But okay, next thing I'm gonna go to is I'll kill the organ. Piano's killed. Now we're going to go into the synths, and now what they call this is a sample synth, and they should have named that Zelda strings, because if you ever played Zelda on the Super NES, that's what it sounds like. Alright, now let's see if I can remember how to do this. Now if you want to see things on the list, they say if you hold shift, and there you go. Hold shift and turn the list button. Now you have everything in the list in the display screen. And there's a I forgot what I was doing. But anyway, that's pretty cool. They got some really cool things up here. Guitars are lame on this thing. Choir. I don't like that one. So they got a lot of Mellotron. A lot of Mellotron synths. Orchestra Mellotron. Cool. You won't find this on the VR 760. I even have the expansion board on it, and even with the expansion board, I'm only getting like 9 new sounds. Like, you know, they ain't even worth putting the damn board in there, unless I'm doing something wrong. But these are all cellos, double bass female. Warm pads. Had some piano with this. Also, you have in your section is you have some active knobs and attack and decay. Um, Again, the VR 760 gives you resonance and sweeping and all. You have, I think, I don't know, 6 knobs just to do active synth. So, I was fooling around with see, I'll probably, yeah, it has some really nice brass sections. This is synth brass, by the way. Excuse my playing, I just woke up, so you know how it is, buddies. When you wake up, you're not all there yet. If you are, then you're not in your 60s. Okay, another thing I got a bitch about: no joystick, no D-beam, not even a wheel. What the fuck? Funkraiser. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So there's a ton of shit. There's 250 sounds just in this synth bank. They call it the sampled synth bank. So I guess these are all sampled sounds. Also, even on the keyboard here, it says download for free. Get more great sounds at nordkeyboards.com. So, keeping up with the Rollins edition, they're giving you free downloads. Just like Rollins, you could that's one of the selling points with Rollins stuff. And they're giving you, like, if you have like the DS, the Juno DS, the FA, or Phantom, you could download all those libraries because they all have the Integra engine plus and all the Integra 7 sounds. So that's really cool that Nord is giving you all their libraries, which I'm going to check into. I haven't got as far as getting my laptop jamming with this thing yet. And, and the effects units on here is pretty cool, the way they have it set up. Now, one thing I got to state, I'm a Korg and Roland guy, all right? My whole life was always Korgs and Rolands. The only I had a couple interlopers in there. I had some Emax stuff, a good bit of the Sonic that I've mixed up with a lot of my stuff. I love the Sonic Corporation, and but I never had any Yamaha stuff. Back in the day when they first came out, the DX7, I never had that much money to buy one. And everybody kept on saying, "You need a DX7. You need a DX7." And I'm there like, shut up. You want me to have one, you buy me one. So when I did get the money, I rebelled and I bought the Korg DW8000, and I started tearing up with. I bought two of those, and I kicked some major ass, and all those guys with DX could suck me. But excuse me, I kind of have an attitude. It's only recently that I finally started warming up the Yamaha gear, but I'm still, as far as workstations, you're not going to be a Korg. I have a Triton 76 Triton Studio. I had a Cronus, and but the Triton sounded better. But anyway, I'm digressing here. I jammed on this thing for a good hour and a half last night. And I tell you what, to be honest with you, I had a lot of fun. Now, when I play out with my current band, I'm using a Roland Juno DS 76 for my piano, my VR 760 for my organ and various other sounds. Then I have up on top a Roland Juno Stage. And they're all 76s, and the Juno Stage is doing all my brass synthesizers, you name it. It's my icing keyboard. And would I swap this out with my VR? At this time, I would say no. But what makes it tempting is the VR got some weight to it, man. Those of you who's got one. Those things are built like a tank, and they got a lot of weight. This thing's lighter. Also, right now, I still love all the sounds on my VR, and I think the organ's more edgier. It's cool. Oh, the main thing too is the touch. The VR got a killer touch. It's pretty close to my B3. This got, I guess they call it semi-weighted, but it's, if you play the Casio, it's got that Casio feel. It don't feel cheap, and it's not really noisy. They're solid. These keys are solid. All right. The only thing you're hearing is my hands, but they're not cheap. This is a very well built keyboard. And as far as this thing goes, I like it. I like it. It's not a Roland, all right. But bear in mind, I'm a diehard. I'm 63. I've been playing professionally since I was 12. All right. And so when you spend a long time on certain brands and the get around on, and now originally I thought that the Nord would be hard to get around on, despite everything's real small. You younger guys will have a blast because you still have eyesight and stuff, and you'll be able, especially if the keyboard's going to be on a tilt, you'll be able to see things a little bit better. But it's a cool keyboard. It really is. Personally, at this present time, I'm gonna have to say the VR is gonna win out overall. Except as far as more programs in the synth department, Um, it goes to Nord. Um, Getting around on it. Um, well, just to do your basics on all three parts, they're dead neck. But when you get into VR to get into the internal programmings and like reworking your Leslies and all that other stuff, I'm gonna say the Nord's a little bit easier to get around on. As far as the FX banks go, um, I would give the FX banks here a 8, and I would give the VR a 9. All right. They're just a little bit easier to get around on. Um, but this is a really fun keyboard, and I really like it. I like it. Um, I will probably, what probably right now is if I go to do a jam session, I would take this out to do it, just for the fact that it's lighter. Because like if I go out in the jam with a band where I'm just going to go out and have some fun, I just drag out the VR, because the VR's got organ, piano, and it's got everything on it. This would be more jam board. I would definitely take this out just to go sit in with people, and because it's light, and they got a really nice case for this too. I got more cases than keyboards actually, so. I'm gonna have to say this is my first time playing a Nord. I like it. I do like it. And let's see. Oh, here we go. Plus, it's got some nice things on it. Now, the one thing I haven't got up onto, I haven't learned how to layer and split. All right, which is another thing too. They should have made this one 76 that gives you more room to play on for some splits, where you could have some nice organ, like maybe like a left-hand organ with like a lead organ up on top. It gives you more room, and or like maybe something here that will give you a nice lead synth area. You know what I mean? So I still like the 76s. But overall, now also on the piano, they have different settings here too. It gives you an adjustable keyboard touch, which is nice. You got a 3-band equalizer where you can kick here. Then you have all your effects here. Your reverb is okay. Your 4-band EQ. You could set it for the organ, then click it over, then reset it for the piano, then click it over again, and you can reset it for the synth. That's nice. On the VR, it's just post for the overall keyboard. Also, the reverb is the same as the VR. The reverb is post. Okay, so no, it's overall your whole overall setting over on everything, and so. I like it. I do like it. So, I tried. I hope I was spared of this keyboard. As time goes on, I'll find more things about it. But surprisingly, overall construction, I give it a 10. Playability, I give it a 10. And fun factor, I give it a 10. It's a lot of fun to play on. So I'm giving it all good marks. But bear in mind, I'm a Roland guy. So I'm gonna do another video. I'm gonna put these two puppies side by side, where you guys can kind of hear them, hear the sound quality. I kind of thought that the pianos would be better. The grand pianos would be better on this. So hopefully I can maybe download a better grand piano. Maybe you Nord guys will be able to weigh in on. Oh, by the way, all you Nord guys, feel free to jump in and correct me on anything. And if there's something I missed, you guys are the experts on this. Like I said, I'm a Roland core guy. I happen to acquire this, and So I got this thing yesterday. So, but the fact is being brain dead like I am, I'm able to move around on this. There's a lot of keyboards. I'll tell you one keyboard that's a real bitch is the Roland DS, the Roland DS, Juno DS. I originally had I got a Juno G, and I loved the shit out of that keyboard. I still have it. It's right behind me. Then I went out and I bought the Juno Stage, and I fell in love with that. And the easeability to get around on it and everything was superb. And so I figured, okay, well, I'm going to get the. I had an FA 08, and the action, man, it was too damn hard for me. I couldn't play that action. It's like playing a Baldwin Grand, and a great feel to it, you know what I mean? But I got psoriatic arthritis, so I got problems with my wrist, so I can't play that hard. And so I sold my FA 08, and I bought the Juno DS, and which is semi-weighted. But boy, that keyboard, it's got great sounds on it, but it's a bitch to program. I mean, it's just like it's got buttons on it, and I want to put certain drum sounds in there. I spent hours I wanted a hand clap and a cowbell in there, and I never did get it to do that. And I'm still trying to figure out how to do layers. And but this thing here is a breeze to get around. So as far as the programmability factor and the moving around on it, I give it a 10. It's definitely really easy to get around on. The only issue I have is the grand pianos would be better, and the organ is really nice sounding organ on it, but from what my buddy who gave me this keyboard, he has the Electro lead, and that organ on that keyboard, that's crushing. It really sounds a lot better than what it does on here, but this is no slouch, people. Got your drawbars. For some reason, the Leslie ain't. Oh, no wonder. Wait a minute. I think I did something. Okay, for some reason you have to hold. Okay, when you flip the Leslie, rather than just tap the pedal, you have to hold the pedal down. Oh, and another thing too. Remember when I went over here to add some dirt to it? Well, the setting, it remembered it when I edited it. So it remembered that when I added that. So that's pretty cool. And it's nice. So I guess I'm going to wrap this up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope I was fair. Feel free to give comments on it. Like I said, I had this one day, so this is an out-of-box video, and I like it. I do like it. So, okay, guys, have fun. Oh, one more thing here. Let me show you something here. And before I get out of here, I have a baby. I'm gonna be doing a video on this puppy. I just got this one back in operation here. This is a Roland Juno 60. All right, and my next video will be on that. All right, it's not well. It's gonna be like maybe like a review in retrospect. All right, and and say hi. This is my baby here. This is my Triton. And here, right here is original Phantom. This is the FA 76. And if you want that, you're going to have to pry it out of my dead clammy hands. And so, there's my B3. And all my other toys are out in the garage. My Junos, my VR. So, hey guys, I hope you enjoy. Feel free to drop me a comment. And we'll catch y'all later. God bless.